would not. I appreciate Facebook staying up. That'd be great. Um, anyway, hey, I obviously waited a few minutes here because we had to get the email out and there's a bunch of stuff to go through with this, but I'm very excited for this. Guys, welcome to the Build Your Perfect Funnel 5-day sprint. This sprint will help you guys get a funnel out the door, but before I am going to build a funnel in front of you live on day 4. Tomorrow, day 2, I'm going to draw the whole thing because I'm going to talk the whole thing out. Today, what I want to do with you guys, though, and I'm going to share with you guys the entire plan of all this stuff, but where this is really coming from is when I left my job, I really didn't want to do much funnel stuff in terms of what I went to market with. And it's because I was like, I want ClickFunnels to keep a hold of all the funnel education. Does that make sense? So I was like, how can I, that's why I was like, I'm going to position myself as the offer guy, right? Things that funnels need. But I recently was like, you know what, there's certain insights that I got while working there that I just didn't get. You can't get anywhere else. The position that I was at ClickFunnels also, and I'm going to mention ClickFunnels a lot too, and I'm going to mention Russell a lot. If you sat next to him for 2 years, you would also, and so I have a lot of stories, and of course my stories involve that. And of course, anyway, so I wanted to go make sure I was going out and that I could teach funnels differently, that it was a very different take, that I would be able to bring something different to the table that was clearly mine. This is also the other reason why I have not talked about funnels very much, meaning actual building them. Now, obviously, I talk about funnels a ton in terms of offers and messages and launches and content strategy and campaigns and all that stuff. But funnels themselves, the pages, what I put on them, where I put stuff, that's not stuff I've really gone through. And so this is the first time that I've really decided to be like, hey, I really, at the heart of all of it, I am a funnel builder and I'm not bad at it. And so I'm going to teach you my process for this. So the Build Your Perfect Funnel 5-day sprint is meant to help you. Okay, first off, okay, I'm here, I'm live with you guys right now. And those of you guys are going to watch this on YouTube, I am going to put the replay up, obviously, with all the stuff going on with Facebook. How crazy that Facebook dropped, right before we jumped on. So anyway, it's because they know this is really good info. They're trying to keep it from you guys. Anyway, come over to the chat, though. I am watching right here, though. Tell me right now, who here already has an offer? Like you have, I'm not saying a funnel, but you have an offer and you have a sales message. Like you know what you sell. Angie, Mariel, I do. Melissa said, Victor. Okay. James, Demetrius, Julio. Okay. Okay. Now, how many of you don't? I'm just kind of getting a feel right here. We got 100 people on right now. Thanks for jumping on. How many of you guys don't? Which is totally fine because I'm going to talk about how this fits inside of here. Willie said I don't. I'm in the kinda mode. Okay, Regina, sounds good. Work in progress, coaching business, and you don't have one. You don't have an offer. Gary doesn't. Okay, I know what I sell, but no funnel. Okay, that's great. So you're still in the right place. And it's because the purpose of the sprint is not necessarily to help you build your offer. It's not really to help you build your sales message. The rest of my stuff's all about that. I specifically here, I'm going to be focusing on the funnel itself, the pages, the layout, funnel math is what I call it, which I thought was kind of cool. That's what Russell called it at FHL 2 weeks ago. I already had COVID, but I did pick up a little bit of thing. So my throat, you probably can hear it. My throat's just sore. So I'm staying home. Last sprint I had freaking COVID, man. Apparently every time I do one of these sprints, I get sick. I don't want to cement that out there. Anyway, cool. Now, I also want to bring this caveat in. I don't care if you're using ClickFunnels or not. I don't care. Okay. What I'm going to teach you here, you can win on any tool, on any platform. And I understand that there are people, some have been like, don't tell Steve I'm not using ClickFunnels. I don't care. I have no ownership of it. Okay. I don't care. All funnel softwares, if it works for you, it works for you. That's great. Whatever. Like, and what I'm going to teach you is not ClickFunnels specific. All right. This is, I'm talking much more deeper funnel principles and strategies and marketing strategies. And that's the reason why this stuff works. So I don't care what you guys use. You can use this anywhere. My first funnel, which I'm going to show you guys, was actually on YouTube, and I'm going to teach you why. Okay. Now, think about a piano. I played piano growing up. I played the drums for about 7 years. I sang in a band. A lot of you guys don't know that stuff about me, but oh, baby, I got some pipes. Anyway, playing the piano, you know, it's interesting. A piano, if the piano is out of tune just a little bit, you know, like kind of like that old bar style sound, a real musician makes an out of tune piano still sound good. It's not really about the piano. It's are you a musician? And that's why I'm like, the brand of piano really doesn't matter, right? It doesn't. It's a piano, right? It's like, you know what I mean? Of course it matters that last little 10%, but if the person who's playing it sucks anyway, it's still going to sound like garbage, even if it's a great brand. You know what I mean? That's why I'm like, I don't care what you use. So I have slides here. I've got tons of stuff here ready for you guys. I'm going to switch back and forth between my iPad, drawing, sharing my screen. I'm going to draw a whole funnel in front of you as part of this. And then I'll switch back and forth to slides. I'll show you guys live examples. Please get a piece of paper out. These will each be about an hour each time, sometimes a little bit more. But the replays also, just so you know, I will delete them, but it'll be on day like 6 or 7. And I only do that because I know that we all need sometimes that push, that fear of loss in order to move forward. And so I'm going to play the game as being a coach, and I'm going to delete them. Okay, so just so you guys know, so I will delete these. But the replays, though, as soon as possible. Well, if Facebook goes back up, it's a Facebook Live, so as soon as I'm done, it's immediately up. But here, I will get the replay out as fast as possible. I'll probably put it on YouTube or something like that. So very cool. You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. Nice, John. I love it. Cool, guys. Alrighty. Only just joined due to Facebook. Very cool. That's totally fine. Awesome, guys. So get a piece of paper out, and I'm going to walk through with you guys this whole thing. I'm really, really stoked. Just making sure that everyone always asks too, so I'll let you know. So this is a cable connected to my computer, connected to my iPad, and then I just use the paper app or the Notability app, and then right inside of Zoom, because everyone asks, right inside of Zoom when it says share screen, you can choose the cable, and then it will share whatever I'm sharing on my iPad, and then I can draw. So everyone always asks, that's why I bring it up. So just anticipate the question because I've been getting it for years. So there it is. Cool. Alrighty. I'm going to share my screen though, and you guys see some of my slides here. I'm going to walk through. I've prepared for about 4 hours for this today. I will for each day. It's typically in my pattern. I prepare a lot. Okay. Here we go. Alrighty. So this is the Build Your Perfect Funnel 5-day sprint. Now let me pull up the chat here just so that I can see it. I'll go back and forth as well, just double checking to make sure that I am recording. Yes, I am. Okay, very cool. Awesome. All right, so I did this because and I'll go back and forth between the chat here, but I'm not going to look at it for a little bit. All right, one of the most frequent questions that I get is look, Steve, I got to build a sales funnel, right? How do I build a sales funnel? And especially with my background, right? I was the lead funnel builder at ClickFunnels for 2 years. It's funny when they say that. There wasn't any other funnel guy. It was just me. Okay. Lead funnel builder, as if there were others. Like, all right. It was Russell, I guess, but he really didn't, sometimes he and I did, funnel projects together. And most of the time he would design it and then I would go build it. And I'll talk more about that in that process. I was already a funnel guy when I got there. Let me tell you the whole story though. Okay. Let me know if you've ever tried to figure out, hey, how do I build a funnel? Dana said it's the Zanos snap or Thanos. Zanos. I like that. Right. Terry said, yep. The other question is, how do I build a funnel cheap? I get that one a lot as well. Absolutely. Edit. James. Yes. Tuesday. Good son. Yes. Duh. I got a duh. That's the first duh of the day. Cool. Yes. All the time. Okay, cool. All right. So you guys are in the right place with this because this is, it's where I started. And it started really for me, funnel building. I was a layout designer in college, and which sounds so nerdy because it is, but I was a head editor of Yearbook and I won all these awards for layout design. And that's why I could translate it so well into funnel stuff. I'm not a coder. I'm not a designer. I am definitely not a pro copywriter, and I still don't know how to run Facebook ads. Okay. You don't have to know how to do those things to make money. And that's what I'm going to talk about here, where the money's actually made and the role of the funnel. Because frankly, the funnel part is like this big. It is the smallest piece of everything that I do. The funnel is. the smallest. It is also, in my opinion, the least important. And take that from the previous funnel dude over at ClickFunnels, okay? Take that from me. It is the least important part of it. Now, it is important, but without these other pieces, it doesn't matter. And what I'm going to walk through today is the pre-build checklist. That's what today is about, okay? So today I'm going to walk through the pre-build checklist. If you don't have these things, don't you dare open any kind of funnel building software and start clicking around, right? I always laugh when someone's like, oh, Russell, you said I'm one funnel away. You are one funnel away, right? But most people haven't ever done the 5 parts I'm going to walk through today with you. So their funnels suck. And then they think a funnel is a scam, or they think they missed the funnel bubble or whatever. It's like, no, like we think funnels are magic and this kind of fluffy thing. And so what I'm going to do today with you guys is I'm going to reframe what a funnel actually is, and more importantly, what it is not. And that's what you can expect out of this is I'm going to give you guys the 5-part checklist. I want you to do it before tomorrow. Okay. 80% is the new 100% and done is the new perfect. I don't care if it's perfect. All we're going to do is I want you to just be able to check the box for the sake of the fact that we need to know what those things are, these 5 things, in order to build a funnel. So if this is the build your perfect funnel sprint, I need you to have those checked, even if they suck. Okay. And which is fine. Otherwise, we can't build a funnel. Okay, so we all good? Cool. Alrighty, so why is this 5 days? It's because we've decided that we would do this again. That this is one of the most common questions I get, and we just have not ever really done anything that has to do with funnel building stuff. So also, this is a 5-day sprint. Some people are like, why is this 5 days? I'm like, you first of all, let's not complain about the 5 days. Like, you've probably been trying it more in 5 days. So in 5 days, you should, if you don't have your funnel done, which is fine. I'm not saying everyone here is going to. That's not a promise. Okay, you are going to have so much clarity on what a funnel actually is and decide whether or not you're actually going to build it on your own. Okay, cool. We're also going to do this entire thing together. Okay, this process has worked like crazy. It's worked a ton. I do need your commitment with this though, because everything I'm going to teach you is going to build on the previous day. Okay, so are you guys down with like a? Can I just go kind of hard and yeah, comment 5 below if you guys commit for showing the 5 days. I would love to be able to have that come in with you guys, and just play full out. Even if some of the things I'm asking here, I know you're like, stupid engagement crap. Like, stick with me, play full out. What if you did the whole thing? What if you went all the way with everything I'm going to share with you guys? Okay, because I hope that what I'm sharing has a lot of weight due to the fact of my profession, my history, who I've worked with, so that when I say these, I'm like, hey, stop caring about your logo, or whatever it is that I'm going to tell you. That you really take that to heart and you call yourself out on your favorite distractions. Okay, whatever your favorite distraction is, I'm going to give you guys the time to be able to pull that out as well, because there's some really fun funnel distractions out there to keep people from actually getting them done. So it's already on my schedule. I'm out of office during your training this whole week. Oh, Denise, very cool, very cool. I'm with you. Mark, what's up? Tom, Olga, Theory. That's a cool name. I like that name. Mark, go. Okay, cool. All right, let's do this. Maybe this will be the time. Yeah. I love the hope for sure. Okay, let me tell you guys where this started from. One time, Russell and I'm not a gambler. We studied the gambling math when I was in college, and I was like, I don't know, I didn't even know how to do this. But anyway, I'd rather gamble with ads. Anyway, so Russell and I were there at an event, and it's when I was still working for him. And we were walking down the Vegas Strip, and I've been to Vegas like maybe just a handful of times, usually just for events. It's just not my thing. And he's the same. And so we were walking down the Vegas Strip, going to the event or whatever it was they were there for, and probably 6 years ago. And I said, it's interesting. Think about how interesting this is. I was like, Russell, the biggest hurdle people have now is literally just belief. It's not a tool, right? It's there. All right. At another time, another occasion, Russell and I were hanging out at his house. We were in his hot tub. All right. And he's like, you and I both know you're going to find your ClickFunnels one day. I was like, I know. And he's like, and I said, sorry for leaving, and people have asked how I left well. And maybe I'll get into that another time. But, and he's like, man, you've like skipped the first 10 years that it took me. And I was like, well, Russell, like, you didn't have social media. You had forums when you started. You didn't have ClickFunnels. You hand coded everything. Imagine how many floors of people you would have to employ if Facebook and ClickFunnels did not exist. Like, think about that. If they didn't exist, the amount of people I'd have to employ would be huge. But all the stuff it's built, the biggest thing I fight is actually just literally belief. It's belief. Does it work? When I started, literally the only thing that was there was the .com secrets book. That's it. There was no other help, no other trainings, no one funnel away challenge. I helped make that, right? There was none of that. You guys have so much stuff. So the process I'm going to give you guys, I need you to just lean into it. I know I'm teeing up here just for a little bit, and I am on purpose, okay? But it's the belief piece, okay? It's the belief. I'm going to teach you the process, and I'm going to teach you how I got ClickFunnels paid for in 3 ways. I'll show you guys how, because I was broke as a joke when I started this, man. I learned this self-taught, literally sitting in the college basketball stadium where I went to school, and good enough to get hired by that guy. And good enough so that millions came in. And of course, it wasn't all me. It was what Russell was doing in front of the funnel. But I'm going to teach you hey, you don't need to be a designer, coder, fanatic, nerdy techie in order to pull this off. Okay. I still don't know how to code. I can kind of understand it a little bit. I'm more of a designer than I am a coder, although I'm familiar. But I'm hoping that what this brings to you is hope. Right? I'm hoping that it brings you like, oh, okay, this is actually something I can go pull off. Okay. So I'll bring the knowledge. I need you guys to bring the belief though. Okay. Will this be recorded? Absolutely. Please know that these do get deleted. So in 1 week, and I'll do it on Tuesday. So we'll do this next Tuesday is when I'll delete them. Okay. All right. Now, what I want you to do, and the entire purpose of this 5-day sprint, is to pull the target really close to you. Huge fan of Alex Sharfin. I call him, he's kind of an older brother for me. We talk frequently still, and he gives this really cool example. I served in the military for a little while, and a lot of shooting ranges, and he gives a really cool shooting range example that I really resonate with. He says that when he was learning how to shoot, what they would do with him, and we did something similar, they pull a target super close to you, right? You're shooting and shooting and shooting, and you shoot, and it's like, it's super close, and you kind of feel stupid. You're like, it's right there. Of course I can hit that thing. Right? Boom, right? Of course I can every single time go shoot. And then they just move it back after you dump one mag. Right? And then you dump something, then you shoot fire some more mag, blah, 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 right? You're not shooting fast, but you're bam, 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 perfect shot every time, as best as you possibly can. The breathing, all the stuff that goes into shooting's really fun and very tactical, a lot of stuff into that. And then they just move the target back. The purpose of the sprint is to pull the target close. And so some of the things I'm going to ask you guys to do, you might be like, you serious? But just please, it's mat time. Okay. I need you to do one full rotation funnel build. Okay. One of them. It's not about making it look good. It's about what I'm going to teach you here. Okay. Okay. So we're going to pull the target really, really close. And I want you to practice that before you go off and you try and build a $1 million offer, $1 million launch, $1 million funnel. Okay. That's not the bar that we're setting in the sprint. What this is, I want you to make a buck or get a lead. That's it. And so we're going to pull the target super close. No one's ego is here. This is also not the OFA challenge. Okay. I'm not super hypey, screamy guy. I did that for a specific shtick, for a specific reason. That's actually not my personality. I'm loud. I get passionate, but man, I did that because Russell asked me to. He asked me to be the filter to keep out annoying, whiny children from support. So I was trying to offend people in OFA, and it worked. And they grew, and we kept away all the freeloaders. So, okay, but I'm not Mr. like Boom Master 24/7. All right, I'm actually an introvert, and I recharge solo in pure isolation. Okay, so we're gonna pull that target super close, and that's gonna be the purpose of this here. Okay, and so just trust the process. Next 5 days, here's what it's going to be. Day 1 today, I'm gonna walk through the pre-built checklist. These are things you have to have before you can even build a funnel. Okay, and I think some of the things might shock you on what they are and what they're not. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to show you guys the process, though, of the build. Okay, so now that you have the clay, what do you do to it? The order that you build the funnel in matters. Okay, like for example, we don't start with the thank you page for a reason. I don't start with, and I'm not just talking about the order of the actual funnel, but the things that I'm doing to it, skill sets that I'm looking for and hiring. That I'm going to teach you how to think like an agency, and the order that you build in matters tremendously. Day 3, we're going to go through revenue mapping, and that's what I call it, or funnel math, as I also call it. Funnel math is an epic way to kind of ensure with some degree of certainty that you're going to make money. Okay, so there's a few things we do with that. Day 4, I'm going to build a funnel. I'm going to follow the exact process that I've taught you on day 2 and 3 and do it in front of you. That's a super fun one. That one might be a little more than an hour, but you know, I'm not going to be able to build a whole funnel top to bottom in 60 minutes. My fastest time, I did build some pretty ridiculous funnels very, very quickly and insane speeds at ClickFunnels. The fastest one was, I came out of a training. I was live for 4 hours teaching. I did a lot of coaching fulfillment for what Russell would sell. So I came out of the sound booth one day, and Russell was like, dude, so glad that you're out and you're done with your call. I promoted a thing that I got excited about, and you have 2 hours to fix this and actually build this thing. And I was like, 2 hours? Oh my gosh. And I built the whole funnel in 2 hours. So anyway, we're not doing that. All right. Anyway, and then day 5, I want to show you guys about a scholarship. I have a program that's $1,500, and it's my signature funnel building program that we're releasing soon. And we're going to give that away for free to someone here. It's one of my favorite things to do every single time. Okay, awesome. Let me come back to the comments here real quick. So forward to looking at the process. Thank you so much. Woohoo, me, yay. So absolutely was that. I'll tell you guys how to win the scholarship, by the way. That's a good old Boom Master. OFA was awesome. Hey, thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Will you be live at 2 each day? I'll be live at noon Mountain Time each day for about an hour. So 12 o'clock Mountain Time each day for about an hour. The reason why I wasn't today is because we had the Zucker Cider snap, right? The Zanos snap. So I should, but I was late today. I just wanted to give you guys the link and wait for you guys to jump on. Very cool. How can we contact you? I'll tell you guys. Actually, I think that I say that later on down here. Also, I'll tell you guys, maybe that's what you're asking about also, Victor. I do custom funnel builds. It's not something that I market very strongly because I charge 150 grand for them. And the reason is because they make a lot of money. So, so if you're interested in that, certainly open to talking about it. We don't do it for anyone whose business wouldn't be ready for that. I have almost killed 4 companies for selling too much with my funnel builds. So certain companies are not ready. So it's an actual discovery process I go through if you are interested in that kind of thing. If you're not, I'll tell you a few of the things we have as well. So cool. Why do you call it a sprint instead of a challenge? Because it is new and different, which is what all marketing is based on. Same thing though. Cool. Alrighty. So you guys give me your 5 full days. Let's go ahead and jump on in. And I'm going to start this process. Please get a piece of paper out. My first funnel was not really by choice. A lot of us don't choose entrepreneurship. I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I was really kind of thrown into it when I had a hard time feeding my ex-wife. We had gotten married, and we were married, and I couldn't feed. We weren't living on the street, you know. There was like beans and rice in the cabinets. It's not like we were, but I didn't have enough money to live a single month. And since it was hard to get a job in a college town, my only option was to live on college loans, student loans. And I called my dad. I'm the oldest of 6 kids, and I worked a lot of labor jobs growing up. I know how to work, and I'm very proud of that. My parents taught me that. But I called my dad and I said, "Hey, Dad, I'm not going to be able to feed my ex-wife in about a few weeks from now. Could you just float me like $3 grand while we wait for student loans to come in?" You guys all know this story, or most of you do. And we didn't grow up rich, but we also weren't poor. My dad definitely had $3 grand to float me while I waited for student loans. And he said something to me that really changed my life. And a lot of you guys have said the same. And it's been cool. He's been speaking on my stages now, and it's been fun to have him. But he said, I asked him for the money, and he said, "Son, no. If I give you this money now, you will not exhaust the resources you didn't know you had." I'm a parent now. I got 3 beautiful little girls. Oh my gosh, they're just the joy in my heart and the spark in my eyeballs. And I want to A+ applaud my dad for saying that. That is some serious parenting. Now that I'm a parent, okay, the half of people don't succeed with funnels because they're so afraid it will fail. There's no such thing as getting an A in funnel building, right? And what was cool about this was it helped me put my back against a wall that I don't know that I would have done voluntarily. And the gift of putting your back against the wall, gift with a capital G, is ridiculous. You do things your willpower would not normally do. You do things that you would not discipline yourself enough to go do when you have no other option, right? When you have nothing. And being willing to fail and like this is a faith-based game, man. Entrepreneurship is a faith-based game. Of course you don't know if it's going to happen, right? You just don't. You don't know if it's going to sell. You don't know if it's going to work. Russell and I launched tons of funnels that didn't work. Tons still. And I still do. All right. The process I'm going to teach you though, that has come about from all this. I've launched 52 of my own funnels since leaving my job. I don't know how many. I think we're near 200 custom funnel builds though. We have built a lot of custom funnels for people. The 2 times I've not followed the process that I'm going to teach you here were the 2 worst funnels, and I've crossed the $10 million mark. Okay. So please know that what I'm going to teach you, it works. I am a product of the product. I am the least likely success story, and I did not have any silver spoon tee-ups along the way. Okay. This is my formula, and it is something I'm going to tell you guys where it comes from. But when my dad said, son, no, right, I'm not going to bail you out, kid. I'm so grateful that he said that. So I'm bringing this up because right now in this moment, you might be at or near a back against the wall moment. And I have never found faster growth scenarios in my entire life, to the point that in my New Year's resolutions, I try to find and create them now. Building a $800,000 studio a year ago, that was a back against the wall in the middle of a pandemic freaky thing to do. And it grew me. It was very uncomfortable. What this sprint can do for you is it can let you be this is not like all mindset stuff, by the way, as well. Okay, I'm going to show you actual tactics and stuff here. You do have to have the right approach towards this. But what you're going to learn in this sprint is going to allow you to dramatically collapse time. Okay. And with some degree of surety, know my funnel's good enough. So if it doesn't sell, you think it's immediately the funnel. Or so that if it doesn't work, you're like, I got to go change my entire offer. No, that may not be the issue. Okay. You're going to learn with a certain degree of confidence with this process, a really cool model that will help you move faster. Okay. Much faster. So I still use this process. This is the process that we use in my own team right now, whether I'm building out on my own or I'm hiring it out. You guys with me though? I'm talking a lot. We got 170 of you guys on right now. Can you send me the link to the sales page so I can buy the program? I'm going to teach you this process, Randy. Thanks, JP. Very cool. Awesome. So my dad saying no to me to all this led me to building lots of funnels, right? And build me down this huge path. And really it started my own journey to how do I build a sales funnel. And I didn't know that's what was happening. And when I first started drawing of funnels, I didn't know that it was called a funnel. Dan Kennedy at Funnel Hacking Live 2 weeks ago said, hey, look, we used to call them tunnels, right? Others have called them sales processes. Others have called this concept. So I need to widen your gaze of what this is. So I went through a ton of tries. And it was actually when I started doing 34 tries, it was actually on try 17 that I actually started learning what a sales funnel was. I had no idea what a sales funnel was. I had no idea. It's not something I didn't know. But what I did know is, have you guys ever noticed, how many of you guys, you're like, man, every one of my ideas, some way or another, has involved the internet? Anyone else? This is what I started learning as I started going through all these different attempts. I was like, man, all of my ideas somehow involve the internet. And so when I started doing traffic driving for Paul Mitchell, like the Paul Mitchell is in college, is a crazy, I can't believe how we got teed up. A buddy and I, we could drive all this traffic. And I mean, we were driving tens of thousands of people to their pages, but it wasn't behaving on the page like we wanted it to. It wasn't converting. It wasn't right. It wasn't going well. And so I started looking up. This is how I found Russell Brunson right here. As I started looking up traffic strategies on YouTube and watching free courses that people put up on YouTube, I started looking up I literally Googled, how do I get traffic to convert in Google and on YouTube? And one way or another, I started getting into Russell's stuff. And that's how I actually found funnels. That's very truncated, but that's what it led to, is from me failing with a Paul Mitchell school. It was actually 8 Paul Mitchell schools. It was 6 in California and 2 in Idaho. And I was driving traffic to their .coms, and I couldn't get it to convert. And I ended up running into this thing called .com Secrets and .com Secrets X, and running in as Russell Brunson guy. And I was like, this guy doesn't look like he even shaves or can. And is it going to work out? And then I started reading his stuff, and I was like, this guy is good. I was like, oh my gosh. And I started applying his stuff. Okay. So I ended up getting hired there, which blew my mind. And I got hired. This is very key. Okay. Training is starting right now. Please write this down. I got hired as a funnel builder. I was already building for other companies, and it was working, and it was cool. And I didn't know how to charge though, so I was still kind of broke. And you guys ever run into that? Like you got a thing, you haven't learned how to price though, and pricing strategy. So, and I had like a lot of money false beliefs. So I did a lot of free work for a lot of years because I didn't know how to charge. And I was like nervous that money was evil. Right. It's half the reason I put this on my chest. Right. So I got hired there thinking that I was marketing. Super key, my friend, super key. Stick with me here on this. Okay. I got hired thinking that I was marketing. And what was happening in my head though was this crazy, it was this pattern. Okay. This is what would happen. Russell would have an idea, which looks like this. Okay. When Russell has an idea, this is what it looks like. Okay. Right? Like, and I'm sitting in the same room as him, and we all knew that's like basically the bugle for get over here, right? From Anchorman. Like when he goes, right? And none of us wear shoes or socks, and it was t-shirt and shorts 24/7. So we're all barefoot, run over to his desk, and his whiteboards are right there. And he'd be like, okay, we got this sweet idea. And he would start drawing it out. And you draw the funnel, which is why I'm going to show you guys how to do that, because it matters. I still draw all my funnels for a few key reasons. Okay. And boom, I started drawing and he would draw. And then it would be like, Steve, remember 2 days ago, you built this funnel and there's a section on page 2 that looked like this. And I'd be like, yeah, I remember that. He's like, cool, take that. And that's going to be right here on this OTO. Then over here, take this piece, and then boom, right over there. Then over here, take this piece, right. And that's how we would funnel plan. And there's a process that we were going through, which I'm going to share with you. Then I would go and I'd build it. I usually could turn a funnel around once every 2 to 3 days, like a legit big funnel. Okay. And there wasn't a designer. There were 30 employees when I got hired there, and like 14,000 users. Okay. When I left, there were 400 employees and like 100,000 users. Okay. I got there right before the hockey stick, which is why a lot of my stories are very pertinent. I was there when they were still deciding whether or not to shut down their other companies and just focus on ClickFunnels. Those are funny conversations. Well, I think this ClickFunnels thing is going to take off. Maybe we should shut down the rest of the stuff. Here's what happened. I would deliver the funnel. I'd come in the next day proud, right? And scared. It's Russell. You would be too, right? I was nervous. I'd build the funnel. I'd deliver it to him. Walk in and be like, oh, I hope this is good. You know, walk in with, all right, yeah, well, let me know. Did I, anyway, did I do a good job, coach? You know, and he would murder like 90% of it every time. Bam, gone, bam, gone, bam, gone. Every single day, every funnel I delivered over and over. What would that do to your psyche? It wrecked me, man. I thought I was going to get fired for the first easily 3 months working there. Okay, easily. It's one of the reasons I didn't say much when I was working there. Even though I sat next to him, I was just mute. I didn't say anything. It's probably hard to imagine. I didn't say anything. I was so scared that he was going to fire me. And I remember walking, going back to our little apartment, telling my ex-wife, hey, I think I'm going to get fired. I told her that. I think I'm going to get fired from ClickFunnels. She goes, why? I thought that, it's going well. And I was like, I thought it was too. Right? He wasn't saying anything different though. And it was so confusing. Guys, let me go back and share this here again. I'll go back to the chat here in just a second. I see you guys putting chats in. I am definitely going to interact, just so you guys know. Okay. So several months later, I thought I was going to get fired. And I was telling a few people that now. It's like, crap, I'm going to get fired from ClickFunnels. And I haven't shared much of the story. Hopefully this is cool for me to walk through like what really happened behind the scenes. And he was destroying easily 90% of everything that I was putting together. It took 13 months before I finally walked into his desk one day, walked into his office, to my desk also, right? And he looked up And he goes, hey, dude, that funnel you finished last night, great job. I only had to change one word in the headline. And as soon as he said that, I was like, I put my arms, I yelled. I was like, no way. And he was like, what? I was like, are you kidding me? Dude, that's awesome. One word? He's like, yeah, why? What's the deal? I was like, do you know that I almost thought you were going to fire me? I thought you were going to fire me forever. He goes, why? Right? He said, why? And I was party time. I just think it's funny. Okay. And I said, I thought you were going to fire me because every time I delivered a funnel, you were killing like 90% of it. And he goes, no. He said, Stephen, you're a great funnel builder. I've been turning you into a marketer, though. I never in my life knew that there was a difference. I thought, okay, we need a pause here. Okay, put in the comments, put in the chat. Have you ever thought about this? Is funnel building marketing? No, it's not. Therein lies the issue with most brand new funnel builders. They think it's marketing and they have the wrong hat on. The role that they're playing isn't marketing or entrepreneurship. It's just a skill set to deliver those things. And so when people think, oh, the funnel's going to be the thing that saves me, the funnel's magic, like we've all done, I was guilty and had to learn from the guy himself. Marketing is not funnels. It's just a way to deliver it. So if your marketing sucks, no wonder we think the funnel is hard. Does this make sense? Any ahas so far on this? Let me go back to the comments real quick. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Okay, here inspiring. Didn't realize you guys got a divorce. Yeah, I got a divorce about 2 years ago. I just wasn't vocal about it. Right, it's hard to do practice. Love your story. You haven't exhausted your resources. Isn't that cool? How you earned it and learned it. Love it. Trying to catch up. So commentary. So I can secretly appreciate this. The tee up is helpful, even though I have a backstory already. Very cool. Oh, what's up, Jim? How's it going? Love the stories. What you write sticks. That's when I started shouting. Yeah, actually, Russell asked me to be a filter for ClickFunnels support. It's why I did what I did with OFA. See, just catching up here. Let's see. Deep, so helpful, making sense. That does make sense. I've been working with marketing basically all my life. You just cracked it for me. You've cut weight through your words straight. Doing great. Learning vibe lesson. Having email list today. Well, to pivot. Oh, cool. Cool. Awesome. All right. Making sure that I'm caught up here. Cool. All right. So there's a big difference here. Now, what I want to do is I want to just share with you guys the 3 roles that you really need to play to win online. Okay. There's 3 roles. And please write these down. There's really only 3 roles. Now, this is true for owner-run businesses. Okay. Owner-run businesses, entrepreneur, founder-run companies. Okay, when you start to get to a company, obviously that's larger, where it's not so owner-run, right, or founder-run. There's more roles than this, obviously, but at a minimum, these are the roles that you got to play. And so, knowing where funnel building sits really matters. Okay, so these are the only 3 roles. So this came from really when I was in college, getting my marketing degree. They would say, like, what's a business? We have to write papers on this. Like, what is an actual company? Like, what's the definition of business, right? That's interesting. And there were some books that they would hand us sometimes. There was like, it's made it fishy, right? Then they'd be like, the business or the funnel has a soul, right? And it got a little woo-woo, which I'm fine with some woo-woo. Okay, but they were acting like this business, the definition of business was untouchable, esoteric, right? This fluffy thing that can't be defined. And that's not true at all. A business is a series of systems, 3 to be exact. Okay, right here. CEOs are in the business of systems. And the systems help get leads, close, and fulfill. Now, there are others that expound, but it's basically down to these 3 things. Okay, that's it. That's it. So I want you to just think about this. If you don't have a system around leads, closing, and fulfilling. But you're still making money. It means you're the system. Does that make sense? It means you're the funnel. Okay, stick with me, guys, because there's some concepts I need you guys to understand with this so that we don't put undue responsibility into funnels, especially as we build one together during this 5-day sprint. Okay. Okay, let me back up. I don't want to get too deep too quick on this, okay, but just think about it. So the 3 roles you're going to play is CEO, and a CEO is in the business of systems. And if you have no systems, you're definitely not a CEO, okay? And you definitely don't have a funnel, okay? Okay. Entrepreneurs are in the business of finding and solving a valuable problem. That's it, right? But there's a lot of broke entrepreneurs out there. Entrepreneurship is not the revenue generating role. Right? Marketing is. Marketing is the revenue generating role. The marketers are the ones who make the money. They sell the solution that the entrepreneur made. Now, it's important to go through this, and this might feel kind of deep or like, why are we going to this? And it's because I need you to see that funnel building is actually a business systems process. It's not entrepreneurship. It's not marketing. Of course, they deal with them, but it's a system. That's all it is. It's a system that helps you get leads, close, and fulfill. Lots of funnel types, but understanding the core of why we build a funnel is very, very huge. It actually simplifies funnel building itself to understand this. Anyone realizing that? Anyone see this? Okay. When I was building a funnel, I thought that I was marketing. I wasn't marketing. I was just creating a system, a way to deliver marketing, okay, but not marketing itself. Okay, let me go on this. It is clarifying for anybody so far. Gold, got it, awesome, got it. Since you're a CEO and system, funnel's a system, right? You're the funnel, exactly, right? And you're like, oh, wait a second, that's why my funnel has been working very well, right? Because I thought I was being a marketer when I do it. I thought I was being an entrepreneur when I do it. You're really neither, right? You're neither. You're just, and it's the reason why Russell doesn't need to build his own funnels. What does he not let go of though? Marketer. He hates being the CEO. I built the funnel, but he was the marketer. Marketer is the one that makes the money. Entrepreneur is just the one that figures out what the product's going to be. And you're like, oh, wait a second. I get it now, right? And so I should really name this CMO, right? The CMO is really the role you're playing when you're funnel building. Cool. All right, I'm gonna keep going. All right, where does a funnel fit? Really fits here. CMO, if you will, CEO, CMO. It's a systems though. It's a systems thing. It's not, can you make money without a funnel? Yeah, right? Obviously they didn't invent funnels. ClickFunnels didn't, right? That's the money-making world there. Okay, so for this sprint, I'm gonna encourage you guys to take off the entrepreneur hat, take off the marketer hat. We're gonna be neither. Where we are though is we're gonna be CMOs, okay? And think more process and automation than anything else. So I'm not talking about, I got other programs on this stuff. So what is a funnel? A funnel is nothing more than an offer and a message. It is the delivery of an offer and a message. Okay, think about this. What is a sales? We spent so much time trying to come up with a definition for funnels. It was not until I left that I was like, you know what? I think the easiest way to define it is it's an offer and a message. Okay, so think about this. If you have a sucky offer or a bad sales message, of course your funnel's garbage. Of course it's garbage. Frank Kern's funnels are the most simplistic funnels I've seen in my life. There's literally no design. He doesn't even change the default fonts. And I like fonts and colors, all right? He doesn't change colors. He doesn't change fonts. He literally puts a headline, a video, and a button. Blank page, totally white background, and he makes millions of dollars. It's not about the design, okay? But what he has is an offer and a message. Those are engines in funnels. You cannot get around that. You have to have those things, okay? So the fact that we put an offer and a message in a series of web pages is just a method of using funnels, okay? Does this make sense? Okay, that's just a method. That's a delivery system. When I was walking around being a door-to-door sales guy, what's up? How you doing? I'm here to sell you pest control, right? This is 1 year older than my oldest. So 9 years ago, when I was a door-to-door sales guy, I was the funnel because I had a message and an offer. And I was the delivery of those things. Does this make sense on really what you're building and why a funnel doesn't need to be like this A-level design? I'm not saying have it be ugly, but there's tons of companies that make a ton of money, and it's not about, that's why I could be Russell's funnel guy and I'm not a designer. I know, understand just enough of design, just enough page layout. I need you to understand this piece with it though. Okay. So I was the funnel. And just think about this right now. If you've made any money at all in your company and you don't have an internet sales funnel, you still have a funnel. It just means you're the funnel. Or maybe your funnel is over the phone. Or maybe it means that your funnel is you're getting Instagram DMs. That's still a funnel. That's still a funnel. Now, I know you're all here to learn that layout, which is what we're going to do. But I'm trying to help you see what a funnel's role is and what it is not. Okay, because it's not magic and it's not misty art that can't be defined. It's actually very science formula based. 1 + 1 = 2. Okay, I hope that it helps relate. So actually, my first funnel was actually really accidental. It was a series of YouTube videos that I put up. It's not these videos. These are the videos that I just took the screenshots of some of my most recent ones. I do a lot of YouTube stuff. By the way, if you guys like my stuff, you like how I teach and such, check out my YouTube channel. Consider subscribing. I put a lot of money into that, and it's fun. I love it. Anyway, so my first funnel was actually a series of it was five YouTube videos. Again, it wasn't these, but in the description, all I did, this was in college, this is before I really found out what a funnel was in terms of a ClickFunnels online funnel. It was a series of 5 videos. And then the 5th video, I had like a pitch. And it was the first time in my life that I would wake up to people asking to purchase, right? Or actually buying automatically in my life. And it was from a series of YouTube videos, still a funnel, message and an offer in the description underneath, right? That's where I put the link, right? And that was it. And it's just to an order page. It wasn't even like it wasn't like a traditional funnel with upsells and downsells. I don't want to demystify the funnel. That's all I'm trying to do here. Okay. And its role. Okay. So it's still a funnel. That's still a sales funnel. Okay. So when I left, I realized I needed to leave my job for my own growth. And that was enough reason. There was nothing else that was wrong. You know, there was like, I love that place. Russell's still like an older brother to me. Of course, I mention him a lot. We still talk often, and really, really strong mentor for me, obviously. But I learned a lot in 2 years sitting there building next to him, right? And whether we were building together the same funnel or he had me building it top to bottom on my own, which was usually how it worked. Here's what happened though. This is where this comes from. In the process I'm going to teach you guys. So I'm going to go through what the prereqs are before you can even build a funnel. There's 5 of them. I'm going to do that today. Tomorrow, what I'm going to do though is I'm going to teach you a process, the order of the funnel build. And this is where that comes from. Okay. When I left, I said, Russell, I got to leave. And he said, actually, I get it. He actually told me a few months ago, he's like, we all knew you were going to leave as soon as we hired you. I was like, oh, that actually really helps me. Still love that place. I felt guilty leaving. He was like, I get it. Good luck. And then he said, before you leave, can you help me replace you? And I said, sure. So I postponed leaving and focused on leaving well. And I did that by waiting. I postponed for 4, almost 5 months to find my replacement. Now, this is going to sound egotistical, but there's only one me. Okay, there's only one him. And we were looking for fellow nerds. And I know the Adobe suite. I'm pretty good at it. I'm a sound editor. Actually, I do a lot of that stuff. So I made his podcast intros and outros. The ones on Marketing Secrets is still the same ones that I made. And I just had him record it and I mixed and mastered it. I'm not bad at Photoshop. I'm not bad at, InDesign. And I did a lot of InDesign growing up. So I did a lot of that stuff, the Adobe suite and stuff growing up. We were looking for someone who was obsessed with that stuff just as much as me, who also understood funnel building, who also now knew marketing stuff because he trained me over 2 years, right? Who also, and we were like, it's going to be hard. So what we did is I started documenting my funnel building process. And I documented the process. And then what we did is we just started hiring the different roles. And so I helped build the internal funnel building agency that replaced Russell and I. That's where this comes from, is from that. That's why I have a 72-point checklist. It's the evolution of that, but it started from epiphanies that I was having leaving my job. I had never written down my processes before. We had tried. And so what you guys are going to learn and what I'm going to walk through is I'm going to share with you guys what that process, that's tomorrow, okay? I'm gonna show you guys the order of the funnel build, whether you're hiring it all out or you're doing it on your own. It's still a whole bunch of series of hats that I think through and wear. The reason I do the hat thing, guys, is because if you can define something, it's easier to conquer it. And so I'm creating definition. That's what I'm trying to do. So anyway, so my build funnels like a CEO or CMO, I should say, framework. It really started with the epiphanies that I had leaving my job. Okay. And then I was like, oh, this is the process that I funnel build in. And then I watched how it was reacted to inside of ClickFunnels, and I left my job, made tweaks, and then started doing it myself, made tweaks on mine, made tweaks, and then the process started getting fleshed out. And I've done it 52 times on my own now, hundreds of times for other clients and custom funnel builds. And so the process I'm going to share with you guys is very vetted. It's very vetted. And I'm not, again, there's places where the marketing role touches. There's places where the entrepreneurship role touches. There's places where other fulfillment and support systems touch, but it's none of those roles on its own. It's a business systems function. It's an automation game. It's CMO hat and role. Cool. Now, again, it's because I'm removing me from the marketer and the entrepreneurship role. I'm not a designer, not a coder, not a writer. I know enough on all those to be dangerous, but I don't even know how to do Facebook ads still, and I don't want to know how. Okay, so I went through 34 failures, and then I went through 46 successes. It's not 52. I got to update that. 52 that have all worked following this process. That's what I'm going to share with you guys. My first million came 13 months after I left my job, and we've 10x that since then, which has been cool. So a lot of you guys are my capitalist pigs. What's up, oink? Huge fan of the capitalism pig thing. We're about to make this a lot louder, by the way, and all of you have asked for more swag options as well. So we're going to build out a whole store that you guys can grab more of that stuff. So I'll tell you guys what I'm going to do with it a little later. But anyway, a lot of you guys have followed this process now, tens of thousands of you actually. In fact, I worked with 50,000 buyers in the One Funnel Away Challenge. I helped create the first 2 Comp Club coaching program, which is what it is. You know, it's evolved since then, but the core of it. So just please know, I am flexing a little here, and I totally get that. And it's just because I want you to see that there are things I always point out every time. Hey, in funnel building, that doesn't matter. Neither does that, and neither does that. And I want to just use my clout to enforce what I'm saying with that. So cool. Oh yeah, other big people are starting to check it out, which is pretty cool. I'm trying to get, I don't care what people think about them. I wouldn't even, I don't know. Anyway, and I'll make no stance politically ever, but I do want to get Trump wearing the shirt. I just think it'd be funny to have a picture of Trump wearing the Capitalist Pig shirt. And then we're making a noise 100 list. There's a dream 100. I was like, what if we made a hater 100 list, or a noise 100 list, or this is who we're against 100 list. And so we made a list of all the top 100 socialism contributors, monetary givers. And we're going to send them capitalist care packages just so I can publish about it and throw roundhouse kicks in their face. I'm gonna get real loud. I'm a little nervous to do that though. I feel like I got to get some offshore accounts and a full-time security guard. I'm gonna get assassinated by the left. Oh man. Anyway, I took this funnel building path. I want you guys to see that I did this entire thing by asking myself, 6 months from now, what could my life be like? All right, what could I be thanking myself for in 6 months from now if I just did this? Think about that. Okay, I took the funnel building path. I took the route, this skill. I was like, I need a skill set, a tangible skill set. And I realized that when I was getting my marketing degree, we're a dime a dozen. It's not a lot of skill set in a marketing degree, not a lot of marketable skill set. So that's why I decided to become a funnel builder. I was like, I need a real skill set to bring to the table that's a tangible. And so I started learning funnels, and I was like, I'm going to try and be the best funnel builder in the world. That was my active pursuit. Am I? Don't know, don't care, but the pursuit of it brought a lot of cool stuff. So just ask yourself, like, what could you be thanking yourself for 6 months from now? And I'm not trying to be like, again, fishy, like mindset. All of the mindset matters. I do want you guys to see though, that you really don't need to be epic at this to make a lot of money. You can be actually pretty bad at it, make a lot of money. Okay. Because the marketing is what does the selling, not the sales funnel. Okay. And so you got to learn marketing. but you can be an F, you can you can get like a C in marketing and an F in funnel building and make just a crap ton of cash. Okay, Alex Hormozy, right? He's over $100 million now. Is the same 2-page funnel for $100 million. Same 2-page funnel, one funnel, literal one funnel away, $100 million. Okay, just think about that. Okay, and it's not very impressive. It's a pretty, right? So I'm not trying to like say, oh, funnels. I am trying to put it in its place though, and remove some of the, a funnel is magic and the answer and gold and the trophy and the prize and the entire pursuit. And it's not. It's the automation of the marketing. Offer a message, baby. Okay. So because of this, I realized that I am my greatest investment, and it's all about just making yourself grow. And again, you can have an F in funnel building and make a lot of money. Okay. So what I'm going to share with you here, I'm going to get into the actual material here. Again, I'm going a few minutes over today, just because of I'm not done. I'm going to share with you guys the checklist right now. But I went over a little bit today just because of all the stuff, the freaking Facebook Live going out and all that stuff. So anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you this process, and I'm going to, the way I will get huffy with people is when they start saying, this won't work for me because I'm in blank. That does drive me nuts. Okay. And I'm going to share with you why, but at the core of it, it's already a mentality failure. Okay. If you look for reasons this can't work from you, guess what? You'll find them. But that's true for every decision ever in life. Every decision involves that. But there's always reasons to not do something. Always. And there were always, even at the edge of success, you'll still find reasons. You could be holding a 2 Comma Club award and you still have valid reasons you shouldn't be moving forward. So what I'm daring you is that, because it pops up every time, man. I've done a lot of these challenges, a lot of sprints, I ran the One Funnel Away Challenge live for a whole year. I've worked with so many people every time without failure. I always get people saying, Steve, this can't work for me because I'm in blank scenario. I'm daring you to ask and just flip the question. Okay. Questions invite revelation. So you got to be careful what you say. Be careful what you ask. You'll answer it. Questions invite revelation. It's one of my favorite quips. It's one of my favorite things that I have a problem with whiteboard right there around the whole thing. Okay. So I'm daring you to ask instead, what are the reasons this will work? Because you'll start to actually find legitimate reasons that it can. But if you start asking immediately, okay, is it any surprise that rich people think differently than poor people? They do. Poor people always say, always, every time, Steve, this can't work for me because I'm in blank scenario. Stop it. I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm just in general, don't. Okay. What you got to do is you got to be able to back up and say, why could this work? Why could it work? And I dare you to find those and start taking note of those. This is a mentality shift on why I can build funnels so fast too. Of course, I've had failures since I've left. Of course, Russell and I had failures, but we were always married to why it could work. We never really brought up why it possibly wouldn't. There was a million reasons. You'll drive yourself nuts though. Okay. All right. So I'm going to work this to the top to bottom. Okay. I wish I animated this, but I didn't. So guys, I want you to think of this. Just look at the first 2 lines here real quick. Okay. Steve, I'm in blank. Will a sales funnel work for me? I would like to know what you are in though. So could you just put in the, and I am reading these. Okay. So I'm going to just put in the comments. What are you in? What are you trying to sell? What do you sell? Please no links. Don't put any links anywhere. Okay. But what do you sell? It's because I want to get a feel for where everybody is and what you're trying to sell. I've built some weird funnels for some real weird products. Real weird. The toilet paper funnel, that was a weird one. Watches, that was a weird one. I once built a funnel for visas into Australia. That was interesting. We did a toothpaste funnel once. The more recent examples, toothpaste one, there's a marriage one once. There was one that we did about winning back your loved one, which is really intense emotionally. We did some weird funnels for a lot of stuff. We also, though, for those of you guys who are in big corporate environments, we've built funnels for huge, huge companies that are way past $100 million in revenue, and they're just trying to figure out how to use the internet better. And they're not like collecting sales online. They're just collecting leads. Okay. So, I'm doing great, learning valuable lessons. Steve, do you build funnels for a percentage of the earnings? Maybe. We're thinking about building a show around that. I'm working with a guy, CNBC. trying to see if I can get a show, an actual show like Shark Tank. Our world's not represented in this in the world very well. So I might, if that comes around, but for right now though, no, we just do $150,000 for a custom funnel build, but that's not just the funnel. Because like I'm saying, it's the easiest part. What I really get paid for in those scenarios is to help create someone's entire message, offer, and launch. That's the real, that's usually what makes all the money back to in a single instance. So I usually, anyway, I might though, Daniel. Depends on the situation. I'm very careful on accepting those. Thanks for offering this, Steve. Really enjoy the say your offers in perspective for entrepreneurs. I've heard this many times. It's finally falling into place. It's making sense. Awesome. Very cool. Got it. Since you're a CEO systems, got it. Gold. Very cool. See, marketing is just what every profitable business really is. Absolutely. I have to quit being the funnel. I get it, Matt. Right. And you get to choose that ahead of time. I'm not the funnel. It's the reason why I don't respond to too many DMs or Facebook messages, because I'm nervous that people think that I'm the funnel, you know? You know, and I just chose, I'm not the funnel. It's how I separate not being 24/7 involved in it's how I have a life. If someone reaches out, you know, like the funnel's the funnel. I'm not the funnel. I made a funnel. Does that make sense? I'm not the funnel. The funnel's the funnel, right? And that's how I create a healthy relationship with the internet business world. Anyway, cool. So all of us are in. So Denise said, so all of us are in MLM, our personal funnels, which is not what I want to be. Exactly. Right. And that's true for any product though. That's true for any product. So true, be part of systems of process. My wife and I are building agency. I just noticed just the leaf in the wind without actual systems. Yeah, right. Exactly. Just saying is why I admire Ben Moot so much for being a researcher. He is when Ben Moot's a beast. It's awesome. We have a cool product we're going to come out with soon, actually, together, he and I. So cool. Boom. I'm just trying to catch up. Epic. You guys are from Germany. Hello, are you Scorpio? I don't actually know what that means. I don't know any of that stuff. Sorry. Capital Speak is awesome. Love the Scorpio thing indeed. I don't know what Scorpio is. Still funny. Russell doesn't like one-on-one selling versus selling from stage. I'm similar, but I actually like one-on-one. I don't mind it. Oh, Alex Sharf and Alex Mosey. Yeah, I'll talk about a few different people as well. Just trying to catch up, guys. Sorry. Questions about Revelation. You ask a crappy question, you get a crappy answer. 100%, Alex. Okay. Okay. I caught up. MLM, geo-tracking services, network marketing, several MLM, weight loss, internet courses, commercial truck insurance. Very cool. One of the first companies that paid me for consulting was an insurance company, actually. And they wanted funnel strategy for insurance. Steve, I'm in coaching, very cool. Fundraising, vitamins and teas, SMM services, coaching, online course, craft supplies, skincare. So you guys are across the board then. Good, very cool. Divorce lawyer, Filipino virtual assistant placements. Very cool. It's awesome. Steve, I'm in tech setup for coaches, supplements. Supplements is a fun game. Funnel consulting, coaching, entrepreneurs, funnel builder, tennis stitch, hair, DIY. Cool, okay. Fundraising, marketing agency, supplements, nutraceuticals, high risk, method of getting bookings with no commission. Very cool. That's awesome. So you're kind of in the lead space then. Okay. 2 businesses, travel and coaching. Very cool. Affiliate marketing. Cool. Selling and knowledge management, property management, out of the funnel, how to every funnel Russell ever taught. 65 pages long, and he made a dime from $7.97 pen he was selling. Yeah, still epic though. For a lot of reasons. Right, amateurs focus on the front end, you know what I mean? So on the back end of all that is where the magic was. So funnel without marketing won't sell big then? Yeah. Very cool. Get a gun school up and going down the street from you. Cool. All right. Drop service opera singer. Wow, very cool. I sell Facebook chatbots. It's cool. Opera. Wow. I sang barbershop for that for a while. A couple of years actually. Cool. Okay. Let me come back to this. So Funnels automate the delivery of the offer and the message, right? That's all. Or it's whatever the delivery is of your offer and message. So if you're the one doing that, it means you're the funnel. If you have something else doing that, it means you're the funnel. Someone was like, Steve, can I use TikTok for marketing? Sure, just put your offer and your message in TikTok, right? Does that make sense? I'm not in TikTok, but you see what I'm saying? Or people will be like, oh, should I get on, I don't know, Clubhouse, which almost sounds like it feels like it's quieter now. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Of course you can use Clubhouse. The platform doesn't really matter when you start realizing like, wait a second, it's just, you know, I want to go where my people are so I can sell and market to where they already are. But it's just the automation of my message and my offer. That's it. That's really cool. So think about this. The output of a funnel is leads and or sales. So if your business needs leads and or sales, then internet sales funnels work for you. So just blanket statement, which I have a hard time making ever. If you're like, I'm in blank, any one of the things you just said, you can use a funnel. Okay, you can use a funnel. Okay, but there's two different kinds. Okay, so there's two kinds of sales funnels, or I should say funnels. One is on the left here, a sales funnel. And what the difference is point of sale. Are you collecting cash online? Or do you just need to collect names and emails and leads or whatever it is, whatever you're doing? And then you follow up with them on the phone or you follow up with them in other ways, okay? So there's lead funnels and then there's sales funnels, okay? I'm going to focus on sales funnels in this sprint, but just know if you're like for example, insurance, right? A lot of you guys, if you're in insurance or if you guys are in network marketing or if you're in a situation where you don't control cart or you can't collect money on the internet, then just still do lead funnels or build your own products, which is better. Make your own sales funnel and then still follow up in the back end and you just have a break-even machine in the front. Does this make sense? So it works. Whether you're choosing to do a lead funnel or a sales funnel, I'm going to focus on sales funnel. If I always want to somehow collect some kind of cash, even if it's for a high ticket thing in the back that requires a phone call, I'm still going to drop in still going to do like a free plus shipping book funnel or something like that. Okay. Now, just know that at the end of each of these, I'm going to share with you guys with this checklist and we'll be over here in just a few minutes. Because I want you guys to go collect this stuff. But the homework is always going to be in the pinned post inside the Facebook group. If for some reason Facebook's still not up, I'll email all the homework to you guys. I'm going to show you guys what the homework is in a moment anyway. But just so you know, if you're wanting that scholarship, make sure you answer the homework in the comments of the pinned post in the Facebook group. Okay, so I'll always pin the homework in the Facebook group. And then those who do their homework, that's how we choose who we have a $1,500, it's my signature funnel course. And we'll give it to you guys. We'll give it to one person here for free. So just how many guys have already heard of BTS funnels? That's the logo for it. Jake Leslie made it. So cool. He's like, I thought I'd go like the baseball hat route. I'm like, cool. So it's a BTS, which stands for built to sell. Built to sell funnels. So we're calling it BTS funnels. BTS is a play on a lot of other things as well. But apparently there's the hip hop group called BTS or whatever. I didn't know that. Not a listener. Never heard of that. I know. But anyway. Okay, so this is where the homework's going to be. Cool. Now let me tell you guys a little bit more about this sprint itself. You guys have 3 amazing coach mentors. They are in the group. They are here. Several of them have probably reached out to you since being in the group. Mariel is absolutely incredible. She's great with funnels. Anyway, you're all divided amongst them. So I'm going to tell you, I've used them all before in the past. Mariel's incredible. Cornelius, he's the man. He's awesome. Very knowledgeable. And let me tell you guys how you guys can use these amazing resources also very soon. And then Sid, I feel like Sid matches my energy level and is awesome and super loud, and I love it. It's incredible. And anyway, so the way this works, guys, is I'm going to give you guys the homework. But like when you go to, I don't know if you guys went to college or university or anything like that, like you go to school, you go to class, but I lived in the tutoring centers. I lived in there because especially some of the stuff in there, like I didn't get it. The professor, right, didn't make sense to me. And so think of them like the TAs. Okay, these are the teacher's assistants. This is extra tutoring. You guys want extra help? You guys want more help, or you got more questions or anything like that? Go to the teacher's assistants about your homework in the group. Okay, so in the group, just post and tag your person. So what I want you to do is, if your first name starts with the letter A through H, Mariel is your coach mentor, your sprint mentor. Okay, they're super happy to help answer any questions or help with anything you guys got along the way. We do this because if I just want to make sure you guys get your question answered. Okay, Cornelius, epic, very, very talented. I through Q. Okay, if your first name starts with the letter I through Q, Cornelius is your sprint mentor, and then R through Z is Sid. Okay, and so as soon as Facebook decides to come back, I don't know if it already is or not, but go ahead and tag yours and just say, what's up? I'm in your group. We do more with them moving forward as well. So super awesome. The entire thing is happening. I took a screenshot a bit ago. The entire thing is happening, obviously, inside the Facebook group. If Facebook goes down again, I'll send you out a Zoom link again. So no biggie. Cool. Now, here is the checklist. That is the most tee up that I will do the entire time. I just have to teach you what a funnel is not, right? Which is what I just did. Okay, I almost called this whole thing what funnels are not. So actually diving into the actual checklist itself here, okay? And funnels, again, are not magic. They're not luck. They're not chance. They're not art. They're not lottery. Funnels aren't your business. I used to think that a funnel was the company. It's like, if I'm going to go build a business, all I need is a funnel. It's like, you still have to build structure, right? I mean, there's still like, you're still going to have probably a weekly meeting. You're going to have a to-do list. You're going to have goals. You're going to have, like, in funnel, it can't do any of that stuff. So the funnels aren't companies. You need both. Funnels are just however it's your revenue arm, right? That's all it is, the automation revenue. And funnels are not marketing. Okay? They just deliver that. So let's just think again, the relationship between these roles. Okay, marketing is what creates cash. The funnels just collect it. Marketing is the thing. Think of it like like a megaphone, right? The marketing is what goes out and gets the attention of your audience, and there's money in the audience, right? And the audience, they hear about it, right? So really, the funnel doesn't start on page one. It doesn't. Funnels start way before page one. Way before page one. Right, I think of a marketing is what creates the cash. Funnels just collect it. Funnels collect cash. They don't make cash. They just collect the effects of your marketing out in the marketplace. Okay, again, should help demystify some of the stuff with funnels. Just give me a second here. Going a little over today. Hopefully that's all right with everybody, but we'll be done here in just a moment. Probably about 5 minutes. Okay. I think, but I'm just going to go till I feel like it's really valuable. So I'm going to keep going here. Okay. Also, what we need to know is look down here at the bottom. Okay. So if funnels just collect cash and marketing is really what creates it, there's a reason we don't call it a marketing funnel. We call it a sales funnel. We need to realize that sales and marketing are not the same thing. Okay. Marketing is measured with leads and sales. Marketing is the attention getting skill set, right? While I was doing the stuff on the right, Russell was doing the stuff on the left. Make sense? And I thought that it was the same thing for a while, right? It's just where, it's so embarrassing, guys. If you were Russell Brunson's funnel builder and you were building a funnel for him during the day, and you saw all the tricks and you saw the things that made it work and you saw the cutting edge strategies, what would you do in the evening? You'd build the same funnel at night, right? Of course I did. Wouldn't you? Of course I did. But it took 6 months for me to get any of them to work. But he was pooping out another $1 million every 3 weeks, it seemed like. I was like, what the heck? That's crazy. What is going on? You know how embarrassing it was for me to be Russell Brunson's funnel guy, ClickFunnels lead funnel builder, and not have a successful funnel of my own for like 6 months? It's because I thought these were the same thing. I thought marketing was funnels. I thought sales was also marketing. I thought it was all part of the same. It's not. It is not. They are different functions. And unless you give attention to each of them, it's really hard to make the game work. But now that you know this, the game gets really easy to win. Right? So we build the sales funnel, which is measured with closing, right? Did we get a lead? Did we get sales, right? The main activity in sales is closing. The main activity in marketing is attention getting, right? Now, This is very important, right? If so, marketing is all down here on the bottom, and right, and when we get to this first page, marketing is largely over, and we are now selling. Again, we don't call it a marketing funnel. We call it a sales funnel, because sales is what's happening when they get to the first page. So I'm marketing before funnel, I'm marketing pre-funnel, and I'm selling page one. Make sense? Of course, they overlap a little bit. Of course, there's more, absolutely. But understand, divide the roles up in your head like that, and you're like, oh, this game's a lot easier to win. And, oh, no wonder my last few funnels didn't work. Oh, no wonder the one funnel that I built that I was supposed to be away from didn't work, right? Which is okay. It's just okay. It's like this strategy right here, super, like, of course it's big, but if you don't do anything on the left, of course it's not going to work, right? Funnels don't create cash, they collect it. Marketing is what creates cash. Okay, so what we don't want to do is we don't want to squish the entire role of marketing into page one. Don't neglect top of funnel. Sometimes we call that this piece over here. Sometimes we call that top of funnel. Top of funnel is not really page one. Top of funnel is all the stuff that you're doing in front. But if you don't, you have to do the entire role of marketing. They got to be able to know, like, and trust you in the first, like, before they even scroll down on the page. That is seriously intense. No wonder it's hard to make funnels work for most people. They try to squish the entire function of marketing into the first page of their sales funnel, when really the sales funnel is meant to sell, right? Does this make sense? Of course they overlap. Of course there's marketing pieces throughout. Of course you're putting your whole, okay, but does this make sense though, where the money's actually made? So trying to squish all the marketing education and sell is real hard to do that. Failure is much more likely when you try and do that, okay? So doing the role of marketing, it takes time. But when you do it, sailing in the sales funnel gets a lot easier. So think of it, again, think of it like a catcher's mitt for the effects of what you're doing out in the marketplace. And what you're doing in the marketplace is marketing. When they get to this funnel, right, you can certainly use a series of pages for marketing. But when they say sales funnel, you're selling, not marketing. Okay, helpful? I do a lot of hand gestures. Cool. Cool. I love that. I love this quote from P.T. Barnum too. So without promoting something terrible happens nothing. Such a good quote. Okay, so when we're actually designing a funnel, let me just walk through this here. Of course, we need a good offer. We need a good offer, right? But we also have to design the sales message with the headlines and the hooks, all right? And that really starts to translate into what type of ads we're going to put out, and what the different hooks are, and what the different what the URL is going to be. URL strategy is a big topic. The URL, the .com that you choose, that's a big topic as well, right? But I also want to make sure that I'm choosing some traffic sources. I like to choose a blend of paid ones and free ones. I don't do a lot of paid in media. I'm starting to again, but I didn't for probably 2 years, because there's a ton of other ways to make money besides going to Facebook ads. So I like to start with free traffic methods, and then I go and choose some paid ones once I've made some sales. Now it's not coming out of my own pocket. Okay. Then I like to obviously choose a proven funnel layout. And then I also plan fulfillment. So when I plan a funnel, I'm doing all of that, not just this. That's the other reason why I say this is also the actual funnel building tactics itself, probably the smallest part. It's the smallest part. Okay, but I'm going to plan all of this before I ever open ClickFunnels. Okay, literally in my actual process, I don't even think about the funnel usually till step 10 in my massive strategy. As far as funnel building itself, though, even that is still a small piece of it. I'm going to go through what's my offer, what's my message, what are the traffic, what's the proven funnel layout working right now in that marketplace, and then what's my fulfillment. So I'm planning all of that top to bottom when I build a funnel. Okay. Okay, so here's the checklist. It's actually exactly what I just went through. So you need an offer. Okay, you need an offer. You need a sales message. Easiest way to do that, turn your camera on your phone and tell a story. Okay, and that's not the purpose of this sprint. Is not about offers or messages. Okay, choose how you're going to get traffic. I fell into the trap for years building funnels, not years, but probably a year before I was working for Russell, that I would build a whole funnel and not think through where my traffic was going to come from until the funnel was done. Anyone else ever done that? That sucks. I've done that a lot. I've done that a lot. I did that for a while, right? I remember the way I used to build funnels was I would build the funnel, I'd build the pages, and then I would think, oh, what should I sell in here? And I would come up with the offer. And then I would think, oh, how should I sell that? And then I would think through a sales message. And then I would go make the entire offer and then ask, what traffic should I go get, right? And then I would get really deep on fulfillment after the first dollar came in. Wrong order, man. Okay, and I'm saying that because most of you are probably doing that right now, and it's just it's because it feels like it's I don't know, like that's the most natural thing to do. It's not, right? That feels like that should be, oh, of course I'm going to go build the funnel first and then figure out what to sell. The order that you build in matters like crazy. I'm going to show you a very expounded version of that so you guys can see how to get these projects out the door with the degree of speed and certainty that they'll work. Because you shouldn't think of this and then build it, and then think of one thing and then build it, and then think of one thing and build it. But that's the pre-built thing. If I don't have those things, I can't build a funnel. Okay. So why do funnels fail? Usually because all they do is they think about it some pages. They don't have any of these other things figured out. They've not thought through their fulfillment, which is still marketing, by the way. Right? If you have great fulfillment, you're marketing, which is awesome. They're not thinking through the traffic ahead of time. They haven't thought through all their headlines. They're like, oh, we'll think about that later. No. Those are the times that it sucked the most for me when I've done that. You got to do it all before you ever open ClickFunnels. Okay. So why did I go through 34 failures over 5 years? Because literally I thought that, it didn't pop over, because I thought funnels were marketing. And I thought it was entrepreneurship, and it's not. It's automation. That's all it is. Very powerful automation, right? You should certainly do that, but just don't put undue weight on it. So I did bring up on there though that you need to have a product. Okay, it doesn't need to be yours, right? I do a lot of affiliate stuff for ClickFunnels. I do a lot. So it doesn't need to be yours. One of the other ways that's really cool. My first dollar online was actually from. Let me show you guys how I got my first dollar online, so you guys can go do this too. So if you go to ClickBank, I like ClickBank. Affiliate marketing is a great way to practice these skill sets. I'll get to you guys' comments in just a second here as well, and then I'll give you the actual homework, and then we'll be done for today. But this is where I like to. I just hate that they have this. Let me just get to the right URL here. It's making me sign in, so that's why I stopped sharing. I wonder if it's down too. Yeah, well, I'll show you guys that trick a little later then. Okay, but what I did is that when I found a ClickBank product, if you don't know what that is, basically other people put their products up and you can say, I'll promote that. And they give you a cut of the sale. You're just the salesperson, right? Cool. All right. Well, let me open this back up then. Here we go. Sharing the wrong thing here, guys. Sorry. Just a second here. I clicked share on my iPad. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you guys the homework, and then I'm going to stand for just a little bit more and walk through each of those pieces. Okay. If you're like, you have questions about them, offer, message, headline, all that stuff. Cool. That doesn't even need to be your product. So here's your homework. Okay. Your homework is to, number one, I want you guys to gather, I call these funnel gears. Okay. You have to have, these are gears. This is what makes the funnel process and automation work. You got to have an offer, got to have a message. You got to know how you're going to get traffic. Figure that out before you actually build the funnel. I recommend starting with a free thing and then do a paid thing, especially if you don't have money. You have, obviously that's your only option, which is how most of us started anyway, so you're not out. Then I choose a proven sales funnel layout. I'll tell you guys what I mean by that in a moment. I just want to give the homework to those who feel like they can jump to it, but I'll show you guys some more examples right here. And then plan fulfillment. Now, paste those in the comments of the pinned thing, right? I don't know if Facebook is up yet, but I will check right now. So I have a pinned comment that I'll toss in there with the homework. Is it up? It might be back up. I think it's up. Cool. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to pin the homework into the Facebook group. Put your comments right there. That's where me and the coaches look to see who's doing it, who's hustling, who's doing the work, and that's how we choose the winner for our $1,500 scholarship. So now I want to just give you guys a little bit of a warning. This happens every single sprint or challenge I've ever done ever. I call it funnel envy, right? You see someone else posting in there and then you're like, oh crap, I'm not good enough, right? You can be inspired by what other people post in there and their homework. Please though, be gentle with yourself. And it happens every time. Okay. No funnel envy, no comparison game. Don't play that game. Russell saw me comparing myself when I started working for him to other people. And he handed me this course that was by Dan Sullivan called The Gap. And The Gap, the main takeaway I got from it is that we never compare the things we only compare ourselves to is yesterday and ourselves. Say, I only compare myself to me and yesterday. That's it. Okay. And if you compare yourself to anybody else, it's the beginning of the end of entrepreneurship. Okay. Anyway, you're good enough. Just act. Most humanity is analysis paralysis anyway. So if you do anything, the chances of you winning are a lot higher already than you're probably portraying. That's just the reality of it. Okay. Most, especially adults, have a hard time just acting, just do it. Right. And so many are stuck in paralysis that they're going to do it wrong. You're going to already. So just get over it. And you don't know until you actually launch what the market wants anyway. Right? Half of this game is just getting it out the door, seeing how they react, and then making shifts. You don't know what shifts to make till you get it out the door. So just get it out the door. Just get it out the door, right? Don't compare yourself to other people. This is a safe environment as well. If I see anyone slamming anyone else for their stuff, I'm just going to block them and remove them immediately. That's not the culture of what I've built. You're safe emotionally. You're in a safe place. I'm not Mr. Boom Yell Master like I was in OFA. I did that for a strategic reason. You can see even now, this is more how I usually am. Okay, but I will get huffy if someone puts their weight of responsibility on my shoulders for their success. It's not on me. It's on you. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming. No one is. Right? It's all on you. All on you. Okay, but just act knowing that it's going to fail out the gate. They always do. Every one of them. And then, frankly, the funnel that you build out the gate is the worst version of the funnel, because you always tweak it after that. So don't worry. No funnel envy, no comparison. I want you to kick comparison in the neck, in the very graphic jugular. Okay, just right roundhouse kick, Chuck Norris style, right there, bam, ankle straight in the jugular, just kick it in the neck. All right, get rid of it. And so because of that, the other part I want you guys to do is your homework is to gather your funnel gears. Okay, offer, message, traffic, funnel layout, and fulfillment. Okay, you're gonna gather all that, get that stuff ready, right? Even if it sucks, you just need some clay to work with for what I'm going to do with you guys tomorrow. But the second thing you guys are going to do is I want you guys to write on a piece of paper, take a picture with, and post in the group. I'm going to kick comparison in the neck. I love doing this. We do it every time. It's super fun to see just hundreds of people saying, I'm going to kick comparison in the neck. It's like, yeah, right? It's like, who cares? Right? Just go after it, get it done. So remember, I have my actual, maybe I can show it to you guys. And then I'm going to walk through this checklist with you guys. For those of you guys who have more questions, I have 5 full bookshelves right there. And then on my actual wall right there, and then above, I have, this is my home office, just upstairs. I have on my wall a lot of quotes. I just put on pieces of paper and I thumbtack them. One of them on the wall is this one. Perfection is achieved, not when there's nothing more to add, but when there's nothing more to take away. So keep it simple. I'm not trying to teach you some complicated process here. Okay. At the heart of what I'm going to teach you guys, it's very simple. It's very, very simple. And you don't need to be a pro. One of the last clients that paid us a lot of money to go do a big launch for them and do their funnel and all that stuff. The owner got really into the funnels and started. I'm just gonna say it. I can't not say it. Made it really complicated, and because of that, it threw a wrench in pretty much everything that we did. So keep it simple, right? Money loves simplicity and speed. So just remember that. Just keep this whole thing simple with it. Okay. So just recap again. You have the pre-build checklist. So I'm going to work backwards, and I'm going to go backwards in my slides here, and I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to draw out these processes here. Okay. So you guys are all committed, ready to go? Let me come back to the comments here. Let's see here. Wow. This is my aha moment. Very cool. Very cool. Sales is just money collection system. I only use self-made YouTube videos to rank top in Google. No Facebook, no SEO needed. Yeah, right. Still a funnel, right? I have, yes. Do you have a course that goes into detail on your pre-build checklist? Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'll talk about that for more. Thanks, Patrick. Absolutely. I'd go through OfferMind and internet launch. Hey, thanks so much, JD. Appreciate that. Now to say your name now. ClickBank, search ClickBank Marketplace. Yeah. Zucks crashed the internet. Like, I'm not going to read that. James. So if you use ClickBank products, where do you sell it at? In ClickFunnels. Just gather these things, right? Just gather them. Do you have an offer? Do you have a message? Do you have to just get them together? Tomorrow, I'm going to show you what to do with them. So I still use a ClickBank product. I still sell it in ClickFunnels. Let's see. Could you start your own Facebook group related to the problem that solved affiliate project, funnel envy, use it as ideas, comparison, boom, does good offer mean stack? It can. I'm going to walk through that in just a moment. It's a good one. Are you going to share your 27 steps today? Nope, that's tomorrow. It's 72. Facebook's still down. Zuck doesn't like me. Committed, ready to rock, pick me. Can't wait to see and make this. Are you going to share? No, that'll be tomorrow. Let's see. Committed. Oh, baby. JD, you've been following for a while. Oh, baby. It's awesome. Great to see you live. Reminds me of Saturday morning funnel builds. Oh, what's up, man? That was a long time ago. You've been following for a long time. Thanks so much. That's really cool. Are you sure we can build funnel on anything, even autoresponder landing page? Yeah, I used to use Get Responses page builder as my first funnels. I used to use YouTube. That's fine. I still use YouTube. All my content is a funnel. That's my secret. That's why my content works so well. I can go into that another time. But get out of the lens that a funnel is just a series of pages and that's all it is. It's just an automation style, right? And very powerful one because there's follow-ups and there's really cool things. There's really cool customization and follow-ups and upsells. But you can do the whole thing without ClickFunnels. So then we have to break out of the mold of thinking that that's all a funnel is, all right? But funny enough, getting that clarity really helps us use ClickFunnels or whatever you're choosing to build. Should we gather info from an existing funnel? Great question, Jeff. So those things that we're going to go through, gather them for whatever funnel that you want to build while you're here. Okay, I'm going to focus on the info product funnel because that is the one that works for literally every business. I've used it for a lot. Let's see, another place where we can get the replay. I'll email that out. Take my money, Steve. Do you want us to pick a ClickBank product? Only if you don't have one. That's a way to use it. Can we use ClickFunnels 2.0? It's not out yet. I've only seen pieces of it. But yeah, for sure. Once that happens, it doesn't matter what platform you use. I don't care if you're using ClickFunnels or not. I strongly encourage it. Otherwise, there's a lot of stuff you got to go figure out on your own. Like, is high ticket funnel building a myth then? No. No, I do that. That's what I do. We charge 170 grand. I'm sorry, 150 grand for our funnel builds. I saw there's 170 people on right now. so I saw we charge 150 grand for funnel builds. And it's because of the funnel part's the easiest part. What the people really pay me for is the traffic and launch strategies. So, okay, now what I'm going to do is, so that's the end of this here. Let me go backwards though. And I want you guys to go through this. Okay. This right here, the good offer, the message, the headline. So I'm just briefly going to go through it really quick smash and grab because I want you, this is your homework. So you're going to gather this tonight or before tomorrow anyway. Okay, so let me share my screen, the other screen here. And I've got my iPad here, and everyone always asks again. So this is an iPad connected to my computer, and I'm just sharing my iPad with Zoom instead of sharing my screen. There we go. Instead of sharing my screen, I'm just sharing my share my iPad. This is an app called Paper, which is what I draw all my funnels in. This is what I'll draw the funnel in on day 4 with you guys as well. All right. Now this is the first time also that I've come out and taught these particular things as it pertains to funnel building. I would actually like to know if it has been helpful, I would love your review. I'll send out a way so we can collect that from you. We'll, you know me, I'm the offer guy. I'll go out and we'll give you a cookie if you kind of scratch our back. We'll scratch yours as well, but I'll tell you guys more about that comes later. Cool. So first things first, if we need a good offer, one of the easiest ways to create an offer is to first find a product, because they're not the same thing. And then all we do is we ask a very simple question. We're going to add some things to it to turn it into an offer. Okay. Now this, I cannot go too deep on this. I'm already an hour and a half and I need to stop. Okay. But all we're doing is we're taking whatever you sell, and yes, a service is a product. So product or service. So you agencies, you're still same concept, exact same process, product or service. And what I'm going to ask is I want to be able to add some things to it. And the easiest way to add a few things to it is to ask the question, how else can I make my product or service useful? That's it. We take those, we add that right there, and that turns it into an offer. Now I will use that later on. And so you need to have that figured out. Now, this is where this comes into play. If the funnel, all right, let's say this is a funnel, is a downsell. Okay. All I do is once we have, because let me give you a theme, a shot of where we're going with this. All I do is I'm like, oh, you know what? If this is the offer, let's make this cool, extra useful thing. Let's make that our upsell. Let's sell the main product or service on page 1. You know what? Let's combine, let's take these two and let's put them in the page right there. So I'm still coming, it's still offer creation. I'm still putting together an offer. Just the way that I give it in like a literally every company can use an info products funnel. So let's say this is like $7 and this is like, I don't know, 97. And this is a 197, you know, just ballparking, but there's literally not an industry I know of where you can't do this. Done in some weird ones. So I'm still gonna do this, but that's why you have to figure that out. Okay, so just think through real fast, and whatever you come up with is the right answer. Okay, so don't ask, is this gonna work? If you thought of it, it's the right answer, because you know your market more than I do. Okay, this is again why we test and we just get it out the door. You don't know if it works. I'm not your market. I'm not buying it from you, right? Like, does that make sense? You don't fill your own wallet, right? So you just get it out the door, right? So if you're like, yeah, I know my thing, and these are the things that would be really useful for my dream customer, sweet. Then it's the right answer already, right there. All right, so the first thing we needed to do is we need to come up with whatever you're going to be selling. Okay, let's say it's offer. For a message, all we need to do is we need to create a story that sells the offer. That's it. And the easiest way to do that, just Google the Epiphany bridge script. I had some of the early versions of Extra Secrets when we were reviewing the book like the spiral bound copies for all of us to go through and edit. I still have them somewhere. But anyway, the Epiphany Bridge script, if you just Google that, boom, that's your message. Keep it simple. Whatever you think is the right answer. Next. All right, message offer traffic. Now, I'm not going to solve the whole traffic thing. This is its own topic as well, just as each of these are. And so that's what I'm saying, like, just keep this really, really simple. Okay, because I need to just get to funnel building, but you got to have some of this stuff figured out. Okay, all I want you to do is think through, how could I get 1,000 people to see 1,000 people to see my homepage or spend $1,000? That's it. We call it the 1,000,000 rule. Okay, we don't look at the funnel stats until we've had 1,000 people hit it, or we spent $1,000 in Facebook ads or ads. 1,000,000 rule. Okay, so figure out a free way you could get 1,000 people. Whatever just popped in your head, that's the right answer. And then pay. And I don't like to do that one until the first one happens, because it doesn't come from my own pocket. Okay. 1,000,000 rule. Number 3 or 4, funnel. These are just things just to think through. Now I'm going to draw a whole funnel for you, so you can skip this one today. Okay. Yeah. But all I want to do is I'm going to be building the info product funnel as part of this sprint. Okay, it's info product funnel. Frankly, it looks like that. Okay. Usually there's one upsell or 2 upsells. And this is either an order page or the sales page, and everything shifts over one. But yeah, we'll walk through that tomorrow. So for our purposes here, you guys, you're done on that one. You don't. I'm gonna share it with you guys that tomorrow, or it might be on day 4. And I don't know. So the day I draw it, I can't remember. And then the last piece is fulfillment. Now, I'm not going to go into this as well. That's beyond the scope of what. That's beyond the scope of the sprint. But what you're going to do here is just think through, how are you going to deliver what was purchased? And then we ask one more question. I know it's a cliche, but it's a very important thing to put inside of your company. How do I over deliver? Different question, different answer. Okay, how do I deliver what they purchased? And then how do I over deliver? And that's how we make fulfillment marketing to the next funnel. Cool. That's literally it. Hold on. Okay, that's literally it. So let me go through comments one more time. It's probably the longest day here. I'm sorry, it's a little bit long, but like, we just needed it. So still got 160 of you with me. So thanks for spending the time. I'll get the replay up regardless of what's going on Facebook. I'm going to put it on YouTube and just send the link out just so that you guys got it. Or maybe it'll be Vimeo or something. Anyway, I'll send it out to you guys. Can you please explain plan fulfillment once more? Yeah, all you're going to do is you're going to think through how you will give the person what they bought. How do you know if you have a good offer? I do tout around as the offer guy, and I have a 3-day event on that. Short answer, they buy it. And I'm not trying to like sidestep it, but it is beyond the scope of what we're doing here. Awesome content, as I always appreciate that. Is this 5-day sprint content similar or related to Secret MLM hacks? No, but it is related to marketing. And everything I do is related to marketing. So there'll certainly be overlapping principles every once in a while. Can you read the questions? Yeah, I'll actually put the questions out there for you guys. If you're familiar with funnel scripts, would you prefer the scripts which you are used for each part? Not familiar. Yeah, it's literally called the Epiphany Bridge script. You can even Google it. You don't need funnel scripts even. I love funnel scripts. I'm not saying don't have it, but for what we're doing here, just do your best with the Epiphany Bridge script itself. 1,000,000 rule. Yeah. The first 1,000 is more expensive. Yeah. Maybe. Actually, I don't know if that's true. Awesome, great, thanks. Awesome, thank you, cool. I'm not tired, my hair is burning. You made me feel clever. I get. Oh, very cool. That's awesome. I love your name too, by the way. It's a super cool name. Will you please say the thousand rule again? Yeah, thousand rule is something we came up with because everyone was like, can you look at my funnel? But they hadn't actually launched it, and we're not the ones buying it. So after a while, I'm even guessing. You know what I mean? So you have to get the feedback of the person that you're trying to sell. And so we made this thing called the thousand rule, where I don't look at a funnel or will not diagnose one until 1,000 people, either 1,000 people have come to the page or $1,000 is spent in Facebook ads or paid ads. And that's a good way that we made it so that we weren't getting stuck in these like, well, if we do this, it could happen this, or this could be how it behaves over here. This could be a behavior. You don't know. You don't know. It's all a guess after a while. Like then my framework will take you through the 80%. I think this is going to work. Surety and confidence, but after that, you just got to get out the door. So we created a thousand rule so that we don't over-diagnose our numbers or our funnels too. Keeps us from like looking at every single opt-in and making changes too early. You know, could you share some of your free traffic strategies to start with? Not here because it's beyond the scope of this. I'm just talking about funnel. The marketing selling scheme was cleared. What I suspect in practice. Yeah. Why do you consider offer fulfillment as marketing? Because it starts the sale of the next thing. How much people have to purchase my offer to know that it is validated? How much? A purchase, right? The market validated it. You let people vote with their wallets, not their mouths. Can we post this YouTube video as homework? You can, yeah, for sure, if you like to. Is there a free giveaway before the $7 info thing? If you want there to be, then sure. You know what I mean? There's not, funnels aren't like, we say like, hey, there's the info product funnel. We say that there's the free plus shipping funnel. As long as someone did what you want them to do, it was the right funnel. You know, I helped write the Funnel Hacker Cookbook. I wrote the last half of it actually. And we were like, there's 14 funnels. And they were like, dang it, there's 15 funnels. There's another scenario. Dang it, there's 16 funnels. There's an infinite number of combinations. There just is. It's more about getting leads and sales, right? And selling your thing. So I'm just going to be doing the info product funnel with you guys here. So this has been epic. Been an entrepreneur for 2 years. Oh, cool. Use the immersion strategy for podcasts, finding the same level, do the immersion. Oh, cool. Very cool. Can we make a YouTube video homework and post the comments? No, I'm going to put it in. I'll send you guys an email with all the instructions on it. How long is the challenge? It's 5 days. Cool, guys. Awesome. So your homework again, just to toss it out there, and then I will get the replay out there. Also is this. Okay. So just to refresh, do your best on just putting together something to sell. And if you're like, if this is stressing you out and you don't have anything, just show up tomorrow. Okay. Just show up tomorrow. Do your best. Okay. Remember, we pulled the target all the way to the front. I am not expecting you to make a 2 comma club funnel in 5 days. Okay. I'm just not. What we're doing here is I'm trying to show you the funnel building framework. This isn't about offers very much. I'm not really talking about messages very much. I'm not really talking about traffic sources or launching methods. That is literally all I do in the rest of my company. This is just literally, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to build a funnel. I'm going to show you guys how I draw it. I'm going to teach you guys my funnel building process. Think like a CEO and an agency. That's what I'm sharing with you guys. So I know you have a lot of questions popping up. It's beyond the scope of what we're doing here. What I need you to do is just kind of come up with something if you got nothing. And if you have stuff, you're a leg ahead of everyone else, and that's fine. If you don't have it, you're not behind. You're just getting started, which is fine too. Okay. Also, write and take a picture without kid comparison in the neck. There's something to writing, and just get it out the door. It's really, really powerful. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. In the morning, if Facebook's still down, I'll send out a Zoom link again for tomorrow. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember to do your homework. We'll tell you guys instructions on where to go if Facebook's not up still, where you can post your homework for the scholarship. Hopefully this reshifted and made you rethink what a funnel really is. It's not some fluffy thing that is that has no definition. There's actually a lot of definition with it, and it's very powerful at a certain time, right? Awesome, guys. We'll see you later, and see you guys tomorrow. Happy funnel building. Funnels are incredible. Get rich on purpose, my friends, because it does not happen on accident. Bye.